I'm gonna sound really bad now. You might be like, oh mummy, I'll be like, no! What are you doing? I'm trying to work. So now, when I'm with my son, it's lock off. So from 3 o'clock until about 8, I don't work.
mumtomillionaire.com.
Hey, it's Veena V here, the founder of Mum to Millionaire, and this is the place for go-getting mums who want to excel in business and life. Yay. Oh my god, we've actually got someone here.
A human.
On the channel. This is like a proper, this is the first collaboration video I've done.
Really?
Yeah, because all my other videos are me interviewing people,
That's true.
but it's never with me like collaborating. So if you don't know what a collaboration is, which you probably do, but just in case you don't, Ruby Suze is here today with us, and then I do a video on her channel.
Yeah.
So it's like a really great way of linking up our channels. So I'm gonna put all of Ruby Suze's links below this video, and you really want to go and subscribe to her and watch the video, because we are, I can't believe I'm doing this, but Ruby is teaching me how to make something with the sewing machine, and I've never sewed in my life. So make sure you watch it
So gonna be fun.
if you want to have a laugh. So we are going to talk today about when is the right time to start a business, because there's loads of mums out there like us who are like, might be in a full-time job, or you might be on maternity leave, and you're like, I've got an idea for a business, but like, should I do it or not? So we're going to talk about that in just a second, but first I want to talk about how we met.
Yes! 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 Yes!
Because this is because this is quite, I don't want to say random.
Well,
it was in a way, actually.
It was in a way.
We both went to this networking event in East London, and I went there because it was a Saturday. I didn't have my son, and I thought, well, hey, let me go out on a Saturday for a few hours. But also, there's hardly any networking events for mums
On Saturdays.
Yeah, they're all like at 6 o'clock in the morning, and I was like, I have a child, so I can't really go to these events. I need to say a massive shout out to Kemi, actually, who organised the event, and she's going to be on the Mum to Millionaire podcast really soon. I'll actually link that below as well. But so this was a great event, and I was there making myself a cup of tea, and this lady was like, and I was like,
I didn't really scream.
No, she didn't.
No, I did. I probably did, actually, knowing me.
but she did kind of trip up, and she's like, Veena, and I was like, but why does someone know my name here? This is random.
That was really weird for me, because I'd spent the last few weeks wondering what I'm gonna do with myself, with my life, and you know when you wonder the state of your life, what am I gonna do?
When you wonder, you go onto YouTube.
And then, but YouTube's like my life. Like, I'm a bit scared that I've got an addiction problem, because anytime it's just like I'm just there. And then I was like, okay, mumpreneur. I just really wanted an entrepreneur that I could kind of like be like, okay, yeah, that's the target, that's the lifestyle. And I couldn't see anybody. Everybody was a bit too, I couldn't relate to them. They're a bit too like, you know, they've got like 5 million.
Look at my £10,000 watch.
Like pristine house, and like they just look like they just walked out of heaven with their hair all wavy. And I was just like, I just want someone that looks like they
looks like a mess, basically. That is what she's trying to say.
That's someone who looks like me, like just like a normal human. And so I came upon your channel, Mum to Million, and I was like, great. And I watched, like, I think that evening or that week, I must have watched everything. And then I watched, obviously, YouTube Club. And then I was like, wow, this is the target. This is the person. Yes, I am going to be. And then I just walked in, and into the tea, and you were there, and I was like, oh my gosh.
But no, I'm really glad you came up to me, because I was documenting my mumpreneur journey from last year, and then I stopped because I was like, is anyone actually watching this? I'm not making these videos anymore, no one's watching them. But yeah, you had been watching them.
Yeah, and I was like, it stopped! It stopped! Where did you go? I was really like, and then I found YouTube. I was like, oh, that's what she's been doing, but where's the journey in between?
So I'm actually updating the journey again, because I thought, oh, people are watching it, so I will do it. But yeah, I think it's really good for us mums to document what we are doing, even if you're doing it in forms of a blog, because it helps other mums, I think. Because you
very encouraging.
That's the whole point of Mum to Millionaire, because I was seeing, like you said, all these like, and they're amazing, all these business blogs and these other entrepreneurs, but none of them related to me. Some of them are like, you know, work till 4 o'clock in the morning. I was like, well, I can't, because my son, like no. I need to wake up and be fresh for my son. So I ain't doing that, mate. Let's talk about now, when is the right time to start a business? Because we're both in really different situations now. So let's talk about you first. You've got a full-time job, but at the same time you're trying to obviously create a business.
Yeah. So I've got a full-time job. I have 2 children who are under the age of 3. And I even question why. So yeah, and then I've always had business in my heart. I've always wanted to be a businesswoman. I've always wanted to be an entrepreneur. My father's a very successful, or has been a very successful entrepreneur. And when I finished my degree, that's what I wanted to do. But my mum was like, "You're crazy. Go get a job. Like you spend all this money on your degree. Just go get a job." So which made sense, and I got a lot of experience. And then, you know, I did different jobs, but recently I've just, for different reasons, I've stopped before trying to be an entrepreneur, mainly because of fear, because I'm like, what if it fails? What if someone's not going to like my product? I don't believe in myself.
I think these are common things that all of us
really struggle with. But I think I thought it was just me, you know. But the beginning of this year, I just thought, that's it. I'm not gonna sit. I don't want to die, you know, and never having tried. So I'm just gonna try.
Exactly. That is the message, I think. Like, you just need to try. And now you're actually, like, Susie's obviously got her own YouTube channel. She's going to be doing workshops for people. We need to explain exactly what you do as well. So you can someone can come to Suzanne and you can actually, like, make clothes for them. Which is amazing. Like, seriously, that is amazing. Like, I can't even sew. Sometimes my son will have, like, a button come off and I'm like, mate, I can't help
That's the end of that jumper? Oh my God.
I'm like, I can't sew. No, really. No, really. How are you going to build your business?
So I have realised very quickly that in order for this to work, I am going to have to make sacrifices. So there are certain things that are just not going to get done. So we're going to live in a mess. That's just what's going to happen. So we have to choose. It's either mess or be business. So like Saturdays tends to be the day, mornings, we're just going to clean the house from top to bottom. During the week, I'm not going to be on point with cleaning and washing or whatever. I'll make sure we've got enough clothes for the week and that's it. So there's certain things that I'm not going to be this domestic princess. I just can't do it. But there are things that I'm moving forward with, and I'm hoping that my children will appreciate that. I want my daughter and my son to feel when they're 20 looking at me like, oh my gosh, I can, after I've done my degree or before I've done my degree, go off and do what I really want to do, what's inside of me.
So you are just gonna have to sacrifice things. Even, and I always think about this, even if I'm working hard now, I might feel tired sometimes. Just think, like, in the long run, that's going to benefit you and your family. But still, for me, at the same time, I don't like to overly push myself. And I know this is against advice of what a lot of people say, but I am still a mum, and that's my number one priority. So even though sometimes I get tired, the day after I will go to sleep early. Because I want to be fresh for my son. And I think, for me as a mum, that is what I do. And I know this might be against what other mums say or other entrepreneurs, but for me, that is the best advice. Like, you don't have to copy what other people are saying. Take people's advice and tips, but do what
works for you.
Exactly.
I agree with you, and I really suffered from that. The last school holidays really showed me that. I was trying to do so much because I was like, great, I've got, you know, holidays, I can quickly like do so much, and I just couldn't. I just couldn't. I realised that actually I was taking it out on the kids rather than enjoying the kids. So now I'm going to put them first. So now I've booked for this week, for the next holidays, different activities for us to do each day.
That's really good,
So that way, when I'm working, I don't feel so bad.
I think that's a great tip as well. I think I'm so glad you said that, because like, I always shout at my son. Sometimes it's for no reason. No, seriously. I've learned, I don't do it as much now, but before, when I was literally working so hard, he might just be like, I'm going to sound really bad now. He might just be like, oh, mummy, I'll be like, no! What are you doing? I'm trying to work. So now, when I'm with my son, it's lock off. So from 3 o'clock until about 8, I don't work. Unless it's a Periscope video or doing some kind of live streaming, I will do it while I'm making the dinner. But apart from that, I'm not on my laptop. Because it's not fair on your children.
It's not fair. And it's not fair on yourself, because I found I would go to bed with guilt that I've ruined this child's life. Like,
exactly.
For that day. Like, I feel like I've mentally scarred my children.
I really hope this video has helped you, and you can just see that it's not all the glitz and glam starting a business. It's hard work. Like, we are doing it. We are in the midst of it. Yep. We ain't millionaires yet, but with hard work, like, we will be. You just have to keep going and just realize that you're not alone. Like, we are all in the same boat. Please don't forget to subscribe to the Mum to Millionaire channel. Also subscribe to Ruby's. Thank you so much for watching. This is Mum to Millionaire, and do not forget, Susie, do you know what I always say at the end of my videos?
Oh, I do, but yes. Do it today. No. Do it today.
Close. Yeah. Take action today.
Not tomorrow.
Tomorrow.
That's it. You.